Hi, it's Sally Stearns, and just updating my video blog, for Morgellons. My phone's been full and I've been trying to transfer data. It's really tough for me to wrap my brain around some of this stuff. It used to be so easy for me a little while ago, but the purpose of this video, just this one specifically, is I want to let people know that I'm just not trying to not help myself and not just trying to not do something. My priorities often concern, well, me getting a driver's license so I can get to my specialist appointment, get my license back so I can get all my brain scans to my new neurologist that I'm going to see. I've been waiting for years for that, to see another neurologist. And that might actually help me be able to work another job. But the thing about it is, I was a seriously brilliant entrepreneur, and all those ideas are still in there. Even though my family benefits from it, they don't want to help me any further. You know, I could go paint trim for them, but it's like, I was sick once and I messed up once, so no more second chances for you. I do have a jewelry business here, what used to be a jewelry business, and my studio used to be the size of this entire walkthrough that I'm trying to save. I've got a yard for my service dog on 3 lots. It's kind of close to stuff, kind of close to a bus stop. My rent's $500 a month. Of course, I'm paying late fees a lot, so I'm paying more for the downstairs people with twice as much space and a washer and a dryer. Or whoever's helping me's paying for it anyways. I sometimes get some stuff done and paid for it. It's unfortunate I couldn't get more financial help through my online fundraiser earlier, or I would have been able to do the Folk Fest. My daughter actually sacrificed to be able to help me with that and was willing to make more stuff earlier. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to raise enough awareness that, or people don't want to believe what's going on, or just people seriously dislike me at this point. But you know what? It doesn't matter. You ain't there for me anyway, so I don't care. And I hope my nieces and nephews know how much I love them. If I end up moving far away and I don't get to see them, I love them. That's about the only thing in this town I would miss. My daughter's moving back, so of course if she does, I would miss her a lot too. But other than that, I have nothing here for me. I was staying in town. I stayed in town because of pre-trial requirements from a welfare check call where I was really sick, not suicidal, forced into a car accident because of horrible weather conditions, and then chased down the highway. Run off the highway, rolled my car 3 times, and so I got stuck in here in pre-trial. Of course, you know, my drug test showed that I don't abuse drugs, and it was all thrown out of court because a lot of the liability was on the police officer, in more ways than one when it came to that. So you know, if there was actually an investor out there that wanted to make money, you know, where they've been, my siblings, I've been there way before them. I've got great ideas. My businesses were successful almost overnight. I started them from scratch as well, you know, 3 of them. This one, literally have hundreds of people around the world copying the style that I started back in 2008. Like, I started a worldwide genre 10 years ago. That is now a trend. And it was basically this hammered copper stuff. It was on Etsy, and now it's pretty big. You know, on the Etsy search, when you search up hammered copper, there was about 3 or 4 pages when I was on there, and now there are several hundred. I don't know. Sorry, I'm still trying to wake up and still having some brain function. This one I kind of added to for my last show, and I'm going to try to get my Shopify up since it's coming out of my account now and have a few pieces available. That one kind of sort of was inspired by a Free People design, because Free People was also inspired by my stuff. And they actually, and who knows what other catalogs did the hammered copper rustic wire wrapped thing like that. But I was the originator of it. I was the one that made it popular on Etsy in 2008. I used to pull in $1,000 a day in sales. I had a $3,500 jewelry party once. I made that in 3 hours, you know. And so basically, I can design and I'm marketable But my problem is in the manufacturing process and all the brain fog and all the brain confusion that is caused by the fact that my brain is infiltrated with bacteria, fungus, growths, who knows, but it shows up in my brain scans. I now have a Chiari 1 malformation, which makes the brain fog even more difficult when I sit down, and some of the breathing function. And then when I stand up, you know, if I don't sit right back immediately, if I try to walk, I'll faint. And I've been going through this for a while, and I've been sick for a lot of years and just trying to hang on. But, you know, with a little investment, basically I'd be rolling in the money again. You know, doing it right this time and setting up the manufacturing, because before I was trying to do 7 jobs myself, and I was working through the night during my holidays, all my holidays went to hell. You know, it's just really tough when you have that much devotion to where you're willing to work through the night without any substance to basically just do something and get something done and do what you say you're going to do and open the story the day you're going to say it and not be a quitter, you know, and you just strive and push through all these great values you were raised with, and then you end up losing everything you worked so hard for because of a disease that the government didn't want to admit to, didn't want to acknowledge, denied, swept away. Other governments, same story. And literally people have died from this physically, from organ failure. A lot of lives have been lost from suicide. I have tried so hard to resist that. And I mean, it's so torturous and it's so rough that there are literally, like, so many nights I've prayed to God, just please, like, let this be my last night. Just please don't let me wake up. But I'm not willing to kill myself because I'm the last living artist of my family, true artist. My other 2 true artist cousins died early. And, you know, I had some pretty miraculous car wrecks too, where it was almost like I was held in place and literally had barely any physical damage whatsoever in a car wreck that should have had a lot more. May have escaped death. Even with this disease, it got so bad that there was a time where stuff seemed like I was breathing so hard and hanging on to life so hard, stuff like closed in, and it went from black to white. And, you know, and I came back, I held on and it came back. And so, this is a deadly disease. It killed my son, you know, and I repeat a lot of this stuff in these videos, and so you can watch them, and I'm sorry about that. I'd love to get it put together someday. I've reached out to my community for life-saving help, for life-saving financial help, which is what I need. My body is clearing this, but it takes time. I've got